Have you ever wondered about why some things move and why some things don't? Have you thought why trees don't move or speak but are still considered living? Do you know what is the purpose of learning science and to specify biology? Well, I hope you get answers to your questions in this video. What is living and what is non living? Living things are anything with life, and non living things are anything without life. Let's categorize the following things as living or non living. First, there's a cat. We know that a cat can move and make sounds, so it is living. The pen is non living. Those books are also non living. Then there's a boy who can talk, move, and think, so he is living. But what about the plant? The plant doesn't move, neither does it speak. Then is it living or non living? To categorize things like trees and robots into living and non living, let's understand the characteristics of living things. The first characteristic feature is that living things are made up of cell. Cell is the basic structural, functional, and biological unit of life. All things are made up of cells, and our body consists of millions and billions of cells. All cells contain a nucleus. And there are two types of organisms, unicellular and multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms are those organisms which have only one cell, like amoeba, yeast, paramecium, etc. They are generally small. Multicellular organisms are made up of many cells, example humans, dogs, etc. They are generally large. Non-living things are not made up of cells. The second feature is that living things can move. Movement from one place to another is called locomotion. During locomotion, the full body of animal moves from one place to another. Now you will ask that plants don't move, but they are still considered living. Why is that so? That is because they don't show movement from one place to another, but show movement in their parts. Let's see some examples. If you touch a leaf of Lajavanti, it droops and after some time it opens back. Then another example is of sunflower which turns towards the sun. But you will also say that some things like hands of clock, cars, and many more things move, but they are still considered non-living. Why? That's because they are moved by some outside or mechanical force. They don't move by themselves, but they are moved by someone else or something else. That is why they are considered non-living. The third characteristic is that all living things grow, from small to large. A non living thing cannot grow. We grow because our cells continuously keep on dividing in new cells, and that happens because of the nutrients that we get from eating food. The next characteristic feature is that all living organisms have a fixed lifespan. Lifespan is the period from birth till natural death. All living things that take birth have to die. Some organisms have very little lifespan, like a few days, but organisms like trees can live up to hundreds of years. But they, also like all other living things, cannot live forever. Here is a picture of lifespan of some organisms. The next feature is that all living things require nutrition. Nutrition is basically the food which we require for survival. All living beings need food to acquire energy. This is utilized by them to carry out their activities. We humans eat plants and some animals for nutrition. We cannot make our own food. We and all other animals are dependent on plants for nutrition. So we are called heterotrophs. Plants can make their own food by using sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water by the process of photosynthesis. So they are called autotrophs. Non living things don't require nutrition because they don't produce energy. The next feature is that all living things need to respire. Respiration is the process of release of energy by burning food, and that is because we take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. You might know that we breathe through lungs and fishes underwater can breathe through gills. all living things need to respire. The next characteristic is that all living organisms need to excrete waste from their body. Excretion is the removal of harmful nitrogenous wastes from our body. Excretion in animals is in the form of urine, and in plants, it is in the form of gums and raisins. Responsiveness is the next feature that is in living things. Stimulus is a happening or change in the surrounding which affects an individual. It is the reaction which the individual shows to the stimulus that is response. Example light, sound, heat, smell, touch, pressure, etc. Now, for example, you touch a hot object. You immediately take away your hand from that vessel. This is your response to the stimulus, which is the hot vessel. The last characteristic feature is that living things can reproduce. Reproduction is the process of giving birth to young ones of the same species or kind. Reproduction is very important to continue our race. If this process doesn't happen, then our species will be extinct, since we have seen in previous points that all living things have a lifespan. All plants and animals need to reproduce to give birth to their own kind. I hope that by now you must be clear about living and non living things. But there is another category besides living and non living. This is the dead category, which means that they were once living but now are no more. Some examples of dead things are pencil made up of wood, leather shoes made from skin of an animal. Wood was once a part of a tree which was living. Leather is also made from skin of a living animal. These things were once living, but now are not, so they are considered dead. In the same way, a wooden table can also be considered dead. Now it's time for you to answer a question of mine. Tell me, in which category can robots be categorized, living or non-living, in the comment section below. Hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such educational videos. Thank you.